Canva has so many great templates to use to create an engaging set of slides for any subject. When you sign in, you get this page. You can click on Education Presentation or simply search it in the bar at the top. You can see there are dozens of different projects you can choose from already there, but it's easy just to open one up and put in your own elements. So when you load up a template, you can see all the slides at the bottom and you can just flick through them just like you would do on any other slide presentation software, and then you can change any elements that you like. You can also go back here and search on the left hand side for other extra slides that you just want to drop in, and you can just drag it in and drop it in into where you want it to go. It's super simple. If there's something on there though that you want to add in, that's really easy too. You can actually search for photos and search for anything you like, and you get some fantastic looking photos that you can just drag in to your presentation and changing to make it personal to you. Even if you can't find the right image on Canva, you can just go to Google, open up the picture you want, copy, go back to your presentation and paste, and you have your picture in there too. It's that easy. Just remember to give credit. You can also use the upload tool if you've got things saved onto your device as well, and anything that you've actually added up will appear in the uploads. If you're using it to present in the class, you've got your present button up at the top. You can actually present it as a presenter view or autoplay it just like you can in some of the leading presentation tools. And when you click present, you get it full screen and you can flick through just like any other presentation. Honestly, I don't really think I'm going to use Google Slides or Microsoft PowerPoint ever again. As long as I've got Canva, I feel like I can make really captivating, interesting presentation slides all within the software. It's brilliant. You can add in animations, you can add in videos, you can have it and links which go directly to other websites. It really is a very easy to use presentation builder. So don't forget, on your home screen, press presentations or go to education presentations for even better templates and get creating. You know, higher order thinking in lessons is the future, and Canva's got you covered. There are some great graphic organizer tools already in there. Just search graphic organizer. You get these wonderful graphic organizers straight away. You probably have your own ideas too, and that's okay. You can easily upload your own as well, but you can use one of these as a template starter. So if you like the background of this butterfly one, but you want to change it slightly or you want to do something different, simply just click upload, upload media, find your favorite graphic organizer, and then simply drag them in and use them on the top of any current template. For more advanced users of Canva, did you know you can click share and share it with your class? So you can just click share and share it with your class, and you can share a link to edit, or you can share a link to use as a template. So you could basically send them, everyone, a one version of this particular graphic organizer that they can then fill in and send it back to you. Copy the link, share the link, job done. When they click on the link, they'll get this, a template was created, then you click use template, and it will open up in their Canva to work on. One of my favorite first activities of the year to do is to allow my students to design their own Google Classroom header. And I used to use Google Drawings for it just to help them practice their Google skills until, well, I learned that you can do it in Canva. And then why settle for something quite basic when we can go emphatically better? So just hit Google Classroom header. And again, you can share the template with your students. So you can click share, share a link to use as a template, and all your students then can go into Canva. They've got the correct size for the Google banner, and then they can get creative. Over here, you've also got templates as well. I'm based out of Japan, so I've got a load of Japanese ones. And if I click on the filters, I'll be able to change that to English, and you can see here we've got so many great inspirational ones already for students to use or for yourself, just to make that Google Classroom banner stand out a little bit more. It's so easy to add in your own features to make it really unique to you or your project or your class that you're doing with. You can add in animations as well. Animated GIFs do actually work in Google Classroom. Just make sure you download it as a GIF if you want it to be animated, or just a JPEG or if you're going to download it as a picture. If you set up the students in your class, they'll be able to just share to teacher and you'll be able to open it right there in Canva. Then we can simply go to our Google Classroom page, click Customize at the top of our banner and upload a photo. One great thing about Google Classroom is that you can constantly change that through the year. So I often get my students excited about going on to see their Google Classroom every single week because they want to see it might be their picture that's gone up that week. And I try and on a Sunday evening, I try and update all my classes with another picture that one of the students has done. So they all get excited about, oh, is it my turn this week? And it's so simple to do. Google banners in using Canva, love it. Absolutely love it. I definitely don't use worksheets as much as I used to when I started teaching, but I still sometimes have to drop them in for some assessment. And where I go to start with my worksheets, well, where else but here? Search up worksheets and you'll find loads of great simple activities, but just a bit for inspiration to help you with perhaps an activity that you want to run in your lesson. And again, everything is customizable. So if you like the look of something but want to change it slightly, then go for it. Often, many of the worksheets have it in black and white and color, so you can print much more affordably. And here's something for those that may be a little bit more expert in Canva. Did you know that Wiser, which is a way to make interactive worksheets, so worksheets that you can complete on the computer, you can actually import your Canva worksheets directly into Wiser. So when you're into Wiser and you click Create Worksheet, you have an option to import a Canva design. And you can literally search your templates to find the one that you most enjoy and then edit it right here in Wiser. It's a really cool app smash. But also don't forget, back in Canva, you can click Share and click Share to your class, or share a link to edit, use as a template, or to view. So again, you can share it as a link to use as a template, copy the link, share it with your students, and they can open up that and fill it in right there on Canva. Please don't use pictures with white squares around the outside. It's one of my bugbears from both adults and from my students, and it's so easy to not have that. Because, of course, you may have heard already, remove.bg is a fantastic website which does get rid of backgrounds really nice and easily. But when you're actually in Canva, say you're working on a Greek history module or presentation and you want to add in a picture of Aries, well, when you copy the image and you paste it into Canva, you're going to get that box outside and it looks boxy and, oh yeah, I've just grabbed that off the internet, there it is. But if you actually click on here and you click Edit Image, we've got a background remover. How cool is this? Takes a few seconds, but you get this really nice artificial intelligence idea at what the background was. If you're not happy with it, you can erase and restore parts of it too. And immediately you've got a really nice backgroundless picture. And I'll just show you what I mean, just so you know that it definitely is backgroundless. You can see there that when I move it around, it's just now Aries in this perfect statue form without that background. I mean, how cool is that it's actually in there in Canva? Really cool tool to teach your students if they didn't know. You just click Edit Image and then go to the background remover. There's nothing like getting your students to be creative for a summative assessment. And one of my favorite things to give them is to create a comic book or a comic strip. Now, Book Creator is fantastic for doing that, and I still use Book Creator lots, but you can also do great ones in Canva too. And if you just search comic strip up in the search bar, you get all of these great templates. Now, I would actually say start with a template in this case rather than a blank comic strip, because you get some incredible tools with it. So you can see we've got all of these speech bubbles and you can apply them all over here. But what you can do, you'll see in each set, it has mini faces that you can actually put onto the characters, and then it's got different poses for each of the characters too. So you can start to build a really nice simple comic book creation. And again, if you search in the elements for comic, you're going to get loads of additional comic elements, but you don't really find that you get all of these characters. One thing that you can do is if you go back onto templates here and you click back and you see all of these, you can choose on any of them. So you don't have to use the ones that are restricted to that particular template. I can go to this one about pandas, and again, I can use all of these different panda templates with the different panda expressions. Really cute. There's loads and loads of different ones to choose from. Another way to check summative assessment is an infographic detailing perhaps all of the unit learning in a topic. And again, there are so many wonderful ways to present your work with infographics, and some of them including the data or images and references, and there's so many different ways to hopefully get your students realizing that there are really good ways of getting information across. Now, a lot of these have data in it, and if you hang on, I'm going to show you how you can create incredible data graphics too. Did you know you can create simple pie charts and bar charts directly into Canva? Down the side here, you'll see a section that says charts. And when you click on it, you can create anything from pictograms to line graphs to bar charts with a simple click. If I want to create a bar chart like this, I can then input the data in the side. And you get a nice customizable pie chart in seconds. You can change the settings here so you can have the labels on or off. You can even quickly change it to different types of charts if it works for what you've set up in your data, depending on what you've done. And you can change the colors really simply as well. So a really nice way to add in data into your infographic. Even better if you are in middle management perhaps and you are creating reports, you can actually connect with any Google Sheets with data that you already have in it. Now you have to kind of know your data, you have to know what's going to work and what's not going to work as a graph, but this is a really cool tool to connect. And it simply connects with your Google account and you get all of your different spreadsheets here. It knows what your spreadsheets are and you can link to it and easily update data as well. It's definitely not as detailed as using Google Sheets, but it is for quick data, pie charts and scatter graphs, that sort of thing. It's a great way of just linking your Google Sheets into Canva. Another cool tool that I didn't really knew existed. Okay, next I want to share something quite magical really that exists in Canva, and this is something they worked on throughout the closures through COVID over the last 18 months, and it's fabulous. We can collaborate real time on any Canva project. If you're using Canva for education and you've got yourself signed up with a classroom and your students are in there, they even have an actual template for group work, and when you click on it, there's so many great ideas for activities that you could actually do. An easy one just being this one where you're choosing your teams to work in a group, and you can do this on a video chat, and all you would have done is filled in the names here before the lesson, and they're going to drop onto this document and just drag themselves to where they need to be. And all you need to do to share it is click on the share button at the top, and you can click share a link to edit. Now you are always going to have that problem of people deleting other people's work. It's just what happens when you collaborate on work. But here in Canva, the undo button is brilliant. We can easily track where it's gone wrong. And what I like to do is I like to create 4 or 5 copies, because again, to make a copy of something, you'll just click File, Make a Copy. So I'll make about 5 copies of a template and then share those between 5 different groups. So at least I've minimized the impact of people deleting other people's work, and we know roughly what's happening. But yes, there's loads of really cool group work activities here. Okay, amazing just to click share the link to edit, and off they go, and they can create something. So they can create something from blank, or they can use some of this. There's some really cool stuff like group artwork, when you're learning about abstract art, get them to do some creative art together, which is always fun because it doesn't always turn out how you want it to. If you say create a safari landscape and see what happens, you can have some really nice discussions about what people think, and you can use post-it notes, and there is so much you can do on here that you can do in Jamboard and slides, but you can actually do it within Canva. And as I'm sure you're aware by now, Canva just looks and feels nicer and creates nicer work. So if you're going to do some collaboration, maybe try it out on Canva. Oh, there are so many ideas I could talk about in Canva. And how about using the creative graphic design features to make your existing tools stand out? So you could create logos, you could create graphics that can be used on your Google Sites, your video editing tools, or even on Flipgrid as a sticker. So all you need to do that, of course, is when you click download, you can download PNG, but if you make it a transparent background, okay, now this is not that thick, so we'll see how this works. But we're going to download it and we've got it as an image. Now if we go to Flipgrid, inside Flipgrid I can click upload and I can search for stickers and add them in, or I can click on media, add media, and I can drag my own logo in. Look at that. So I've got my own logo on my Flipgrid videos, and you can add in all sorts of really cool stuff. You can have the students creating really cool graphics to put on their own Flipgrid videos as well. Another fun thing that I like to do with my video editing is I like to add in some transparent images over the top of my videos, and you'll be able to see that now. I can't show you that live, but I can show you the things flashing on it, and that's me again just downloading and adding things in to my video. When you are creating your bits and pieces on Canva, you can actually animate them as well. So I've got my logo here and I can have it moving in, sliding in, drifting in, all of these really cool tools. I really like that one, or the rise. And then once I download it, again, I can download a transparent background, but I download it as a GIF. And then again, I will have a really cool animated image to add onto my videos. Okay, so this is kind of lots of ideas jumbled into one, but I was running out of time and I wanted to fit 10 different things in. Now, when you click on templates at the top here, or you go on the drop down, you can see there's an education section. And within that education section, you've got loads of cool like classroom decor, lesson plan, templates. We've talked about worksheets, perhaps creating class certificates. Really simple to do, really fun and engaging for the kids to receive their certificates. And you can make them just look much nicer if you use Canva, just like graphic designers would. You can create class schedules as well to be able to put into the diaries, and everything will just look more professional. You can drop in the school's logo really easy, get it from your school's admin so everything can stay on point in terms of linking to what your school does, but you can be much more creative in Canva. Another thing that you can do is videos, and this is quite a new area to Canva, but you can click on video here, and there are two things you can do for videos. You can actually make a very simple video using some of the template footage that Canva owns, but it is quite limited at the moment, and I'm still preferring things like WeVideo or iMovie or Adobe to create a video of quality. However, what you can do is if you've got a presentation that you have created, and this is excellent for parents' evenings or webinars that you are running, when you click present up at the top, there is a way of presenting it. If we click the three dots here, you can actually click present and record. So that's on the three dots, and you'll see there present and record. When you present and record, it's actually going to record your audio. It's going to record you in a little fancy circle, which it might not be anything, but it just looks a little bit more professional and a little bit different to those Zoom calls that everyone's so fed up with watching. And you can go to your recording studio and you'll just flick through your slides as you're talking over them. It'll have a really nice professional feel to it. There's a direct link which you can send out, which will go directly to the video, so you don't need to host it somewhere else. although you can download it as well if you want. It's a really cool way of creating a webinar style video to share out with parents and the wider community. Also for online learning as well, to be able to have those students look back and see some of the things that you've been learning. So yeah, so fantastic. Click to the recording studio and you can set up. I've not got my camera in at the moment, but you've got my audio working, and they would only see this area, but you would see the presentation, so you know you've got your notes down the side. So it's really nice. You can sound really confident as you're reading out your slides. Love it. There you go. That's all 10 of my ideas of why you've got to use Canva in your classroom. That doesn't cover the half of it. They're constantly adding more features into it. I've noticed when you click on more, they've even got a drawing tool, which I've not used that much yet. But I love the idea that you can actually start scribbling your own pictures. You can see here, look at that. That's fantastic. I can't wait to have a good play of this, the globe play, and I can imagine the students absolutely loving that. So they're constantly adding new features in, linking it to YouTube. We've got links to Bitmoji. So much stuff you can link to. Canva, it's the way forward. Get on it.